What's something you've learned at the White House that's actually taken into your experience as a headhunter?
Well, probably my experience in 4 years in presidential personnel in the White House. I was very young, probably late 20s. Advising the president on key personal personnel decisions. Um, I obviously learned the principle of discretion and using good judgment and always being honest, being very careful. The worst thing that you want to happen in the White House is be quoted in the Washington Post. So you do build a sense of discretion and secrecy, if you will, and I think maybe that probably helped me later on in working with Fortune 500 clients in the headhunting business. It sort of also taught me that I kind of need to be invisible and behind the scenes, and that my clients, the people that I work with, are really who's important, and I'm sort of invisible, and that's kind of a principle that I learned from some of my mentors in the White House. The other thing I would learn, the second thing I would say, Rishi, is people are policy, and personnel is policy, and that's very true in government. It's really really true in corporate America. Talent drives everything. If you're with a tech company, you might argue that a certain technology or AI or some digital innovation or some software might be more important, the product, but actually it's the people, it's the talent that develop it. So people and personnel are policy. It's true in government. It's very very true in corporate America. The real competition isn't for customers. The real competition is for talent. And I believe, by the way, that's going to remain true even in a world where AI is beginning to have a bigger and bigger place in our lives. So those are just a couple things that I think I learned when I was in government in the White House for 4 years.
Yeah, you say it helps out with your experience with Fortune 500 CEOs. What are the similarities or the mindsets you see that many successful CEOs actually share?
Well, I think the CEOs that really sort of rise above the others is they have an open door policy. They're approachable. I used the Jamie Dimon example earlier. They're open to other perspectives. They don't surround themselves with sycophants. They make sure they fight against the bubble that sometimes is created around them. I think they have a unique combination of very intense self-belief and confidence without self-absorption, which, if you think about it, is kind of hard to pull off.
Yeah.
So I think that's sort of the formula for success that I've seen among the most successful CEOs in corporate America. Incredible self-belief without self-absorption.
Yo, if you like that, then you're gonna like this. The full episode. Come on. You know you want to click it. Come on. Alright, well, if you're not gonna click that, you might as well subscribe.